Less than 2 weeks to go until the big move to Sweden, and I'm starting to freak out. So in order to cope, I've decided the best thing to do is to make some Swedish cinnamon buns. Cinnamon buns are life in Sweden, and having made them several times now, I can confirm that the hype is very real. What sets them apart from their American counterparts is that they're typically less sweet, they contain ground cardamom, and they don't come with that vanilla glaze on top. To make the buns, you're gonna need milk, flour, vanilla sugar, yeast, ground cinnamon, ground cardamom, butter, pearl sugar, castor sugar, and eggs. Real Swedes wouldn't be caught dead using this type of fast-action dried yeast and typically go for a fresh yeast instead, but as I'm still in London, we've got to make do. One thing I will not compromise on, however, is good quality butter, and you will be hard-pressed to find an Irish person who will. Why? Because we have the best butter in the world. I don't make the rules. First, let's mix together the ingredients that you need for the filling. If you're wondering where I got some of the more difficult to find ingredients like ground cardamom and vanilla sugar, there's this great shop in London called Scandi Kitchen, which supplies basically all the ingredients that you'll miss if you're a Scandinavian person abroad. But it's also great for people like me who are just interested in making Swedish baked goods. Next, to get started on the dough, you'll need to heat 1 cup of milk up to 36 or 37 degrees centigrade, then mix in the fast-action dried yeast, cover and leave to get bubbly for about 15 minutes. Next, take a large mixing bowl and mix together the dry ingredients that you need for the dough. Before returning to your milk and yeast mixture, add in some cooled melted butter and 3 tablespoons of castor sugar. If you've got a stand mixer, fit it with a dough hook and then slowly, spoon by spoon, add in the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. Once everything's combined, set the machine to high and leave it to knead for 5 minutes. If you don't have a stand mixer, don't worry. You can mix all of the ingredients together with a spoon, and then once you've got a nice ball of dough, knead that for 5 minutes on a floured surface. When you're done, your dough should look something like this. You might need to add more flour as you want the mixture to end up a bit sticky, but not so sticky that it will stick to your fingers if you poke it. Then cover your dough with a plate and leave it to rise for at least 30 minutes or until it's doubled in size. When the dough is ready, turn it out onto a floured surface, which is kind of hard as you can see, sticky, sticky, sticky. Then swap places with your cameraman so that he can do the hard part and roll the dough out into a nice big rectangle. Next, using the cinnamon filling that you made earlier, spread it out in a nice big even layer across the rectangle that you've made. For an optional touch of luxury, Anders recommends adding in a nice grating of mandelmassa as a final ingredient. Mandelmassa or almond paste is similar to marzipan, but it isn't as sweet because it has a higher almond content, about 50%, as opposed to the 25% that's typical of most marzipans. Once all of your fillings are ready and in place, it's time to fold everything over like it's a giant calzone pizza. Next, take a bread shaper thingy like I've got here, or if you don't have one of those, just use a regular knife and cut along the dough until you've made it all into fairly equal strips. And then after that, you want to cut those again until you've got what essentially resembles a long line of dough tights. At least that's what they look like to me, like little tights made out of dough. To make your cinnamon bun shape, simply take the 2 legs of your tights and then flop them over each other and then under each other again, and carefully place them on a baking sheet lined with some greaseproof paper. Once all your buns are made, one last time you got to cover them with a tea towel and leave them to rise for a final 20 minutes, and then we put on the last bits before they go into the oven. After the 20 minutes are up, give your buns a nice little egg wash and then sprinkle liberally with pearl sugar. The great news is, when these babies are finally ready to go in the oven, it only takes between 6 to 9 minutes for them to turn a beautiful shade of golden brown and ready to be immediately snaffled. Unfortunately, that's exactly what I did. I ate about 5 of these as soon as I was finished making them, and I forgot to record myself trying one. So here's a quick video of Anders enjoying a nice bun the following day. So that's it for Swedish Cinnamon Buns. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more. Until next time, bye!